Good morning. I just wanted to show you my morning ritual. One of them. I have been doing. I've been doing well. Uh, One of the things that has definitely been a transition this week is I am at home alone, so I have the house to myself, um, and it's been like 9 months since I've been just worried about myself, and yeah, so it's nice. Um, it's different. But I will say the last, like 2 days ago, just the first day of having the house to myself, it was kind of creepy. And then my laptop, remember my laptop crashed. So I did get it fixed. I went to the Apple doctor for a couple days. I picked it up yesterday. And so now I'm just replacing the files that I need in there. But I was just observing myself. And, that's the best way I learn is not getting so much caught up in how I feel, but observing how I feel. And that's one of the ways that I explain like holding space. We talk about holding space and what that means. And really, for me, that means you can sit in emotional energy, you can sit in um, any space, right, and hold it. You don't become consumed by it, you don't feel overwhelmed by it. And I experienced this early on when I was a nurse, and just not being, I didn't want to be the person that people cry with. I grew up with the being taught that you don't cry. Crying is for the weak. And, when you do cry, you're told to suck it up. So as soon as you are, in the midst of you experiencing these very intense emotions, especially as a child, and then being told to, suck it up and stop crying and not acknowledging or being able to fully accept your emotions. That affects how we experience emotions as adults, unless we are aware of it, go through some growth, or just change your environment sometimes. That, changes a lot of things. But it's that awareness of my emotions are okay. They're they're okay to exist. They're good to exist. I'm gonna hold space for them. I'm not gonna try to push them out. I'm not gonna try to distract myself. But I did. So I was like sitting there and I'm like, this 30 days is really meant to be a zone time. You work, you get in the zone and you get shit done, and it's you simplify the things that you're focusing on, right? But because I'm feeling loneliness, I'm feeling, missing shalom, then I'm now looking for something else, to fill that space, something else to fulfill that happiness, or companionship. So I'm like, I should go here, I should go there. I have so many ideas of things I can do. But in the midst of it, I was like, I'm just trying to find some shit to distract myself. And how about I just accept that I need to do something for enjoyment and then go from there? So that's what I did. I took a day and just spent time with family and got a lot of sunshine. And here we are. So I'm really grateful to be in a space where I am able to feel my emotions and accept them, where they're at, and also know how to process them. And part of knowing how to process emotions is that lack of resistance to feeling them. And then also not distracting yourself. Like, actually, like, give it some time, give it some attention instead of distracting yourself and putting your attention on other things that are more pleasant. Because at the end of the day, it still comes back to you. You're still going, you're still carrying that emotional energy. And, why wait till it gets triggered again? But I've had a good week of adaptation, and just having my phone, working from just my phone feels like I'm not doing anything because I'm used to doing everything from my laptop. So I did feel like I didn't do shit today. And then I looked at my phone, I'm like, I uploaded all these videos. I edited things. I did a lot. So being aware also of what you do accomplish versus what you didn't, check off the list. Because you're never going to get everything done on the list that you put on the list because, our eyes are bigger than, our ideas are bigger than our physical abilities at times, our mental abilities at times. So you have to go with the flow. And today's morning ritual that I'm going to share is this cup right here. So I'm going to pour it out now, but you see it says Goddess. This was a gift from a friend. And I didn't really know what to do with it when I first got it, but like I developed a purpose for it. And what I do is I fill it with water, and it's like a watering a plant. So if I notice that it's getting low, I'll fill it up with water. You want to see me fill it up with water? You fill it up with water, and this is basically a reminder for me to nourish myself, to water myself, to check on myself, right? So it's just a symbol of well-being for me. And when I see it drying up, I refill it, and then I'll drink some water, So now I'm thirsty. So now it becomes like one of those things that is easily implemented, one of those things that you do that will cue you to a habit. So that's what I use that for. So I usually do that every few days. It doesn't need to be done every day. And then I come over to my altar. I'm going to do my meditation after this. I have my Sunday morning meditations are usually longer. Here is the altar. So ignore this part. That's something I'm going to do later. But I usually come here, light a candle, and then I'll say a blessing while I light 2 incense. Is this 2 incense? Yeah. So I like them. Okay. And then after that, right here. Oops. I do my meditation. So that's what I'm gonna get to do now. And one of the videos I uploaded is the meditation. So if you didn't see that, you can watch that. It's uploaded onto this channel. And I did it specifically for relaxation. And then the other video, the breath yoga video, was to reconnect with the moment of peace. A lot of times when you try to meditate, you'll get really caught up in the instructions of it, like, am I doing this right? And then it'll become now this mental thing versus something that's supposed to get you away from all these busy thoughts. And the breath that I shared, which is just inhaling, exhaling, and then sitting at the base of the breath. And just having that perspective really helped to connect with those moments of peace and then elongate them and then really realize what silence feels like, what presence feels like, what peace feels like. So you have to practice those things, and that breath helps you get a taste of it and feel, also get away from chasing your breath. Because a lot of times you say, follow your breath, breathe deeply, and now you're just like, am I breathing deep enough? And maybe if you're not, then you're experiencing a fast heartbeat. So it becomes very mental. So when I say observe your breath, that is to get you out of forcing it or creating a gentle, deep breath pattern, and just trusting that it does that. All right. So it's just putting your attention and awareness is going to automatically slow down your breathing. It's going to slow down your heart rate, and then you can relax more. I'm going to be cooking in the kitchen later today, and I'm not going to be cooking body butters today. This is actually one of the plain body butters that we have And oh my God, it's so nice. It's unscented because some people have sensitive skin. So if that's the case, then try the unscented body butter. I have 4 varieties now, and it's on Green Body Wellness. So if you haven't checked my new site out, I got some blogs up there. Now that I have my laptop back, I can upload the new blogs to it, and it's really coming along beautifully. I've been working on these things, the back end of it, for a while, and a lot of times you just like get tired of doing work, you get tired of building, and it makes you question yourself. And I've gone through all those things 1,000 times, and still we are here and we're getting better and enjoying our work and being moisturized. I'm gonna be making some blessed oil today. Blessed oil is the medicated balm. So I have the regular body butter, and then I have the medicated balm on the shop. So you'll see that this is pulled out. So this is some of the plant materials that I use. I have to break these down later. Organic, farmed cannabis. If you ever can't tell by now. Isn't it beautiful? And it's really strong. So to break these down, I'm gonna have to use some kitchen scissors because they're just like, let me show you how strong this stuff is. So hemp is used for clothing. It's used for making twine. Like, it's really strong. So even when you break it, it's not one of those things that snap. You have to like twist it. And this is really dry, so it's breaking easier. But the outer layers are really tough. So it's really strong fiber. And I always use all organic plants. I know the farmers. I see the plants, so it's good stuff. And it's really helping with people's pain. If you have arthritis, if you have nerve pain, then definitely get the medicated balm. So I'll be cooking down some more less oil today. I use this, so I use branches and I use trim. That's all from the same plants, organic. Quality medicine. What are your thoughts on a fish oil to help with joints? You know what? I'm gonna tell you about fish oil for myself because I don't react to it very well. So I actually try to stay away from too much fish oil. I think it definitely has its benefits, but I would take it in lesser quantities for myself because it causes gastric upset. For joints, they really need glutamine. You need to make sure that the cartilage and the moisture in your joints, right, the lubrication is there for your joints. So that's the thing that mostly wears down. It's either from exercise or just not taking care of yourself. But for the joints, yeah, you need some glutamine. You have to think about what it's made out of, right? It's cartilage and it's like slick lubricant water, and that's what we want to replace. So yeah, that's what that's what I take for my joints, because I used to run long distance, like half marathons, and so my knees and then my ankles started to hurt. Actually, my shins too, which is hurting all over the place. And so I started to run a little bit less, and then I switched to like HIIT, so I do high intensity cardio, and I like to jump rope. So jump roping helps keep the elasticity in my joints, in my legs especially, my knees, all that. And when I first started back up doing it, after not doing it when I went to Ghana. I didn't jump rope in Ghana. I did a few times, like a couple times, but it was so damn hot. I was not about to be out there jump roping. But when I came back, I didn't do it. And so when I started back up, my ankles were hurting. And so I started taking some more glutamine, make sure I drink more water. But I didn't stop. I didn't stop using my legs. So I just did a lot more jump roping, lighter, and then just doing like squats and stuff, using those joints. So that was a good question. Thank you for asking questions. So yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask me. If you do not know me and know what I've been doing for all this time, I'm gonna give you an introduction real quick. So I started with health and wellness first as a nurse. So first thing I did was a nurse. I did that for 7 years, 8 years. And my last like patient I had for 5 years, like it was a very life-changing experience. And I saw his health like Benjamin Button on us. Like he got healthier. He started talking more, joking more, just coming alive. And mind you, he was like 85. So this was like, for me, seeing him change and his actual lab numbers get better as an old man from what I had been doing. Because when I came in, one of the first things I did was change his diet. He was diabetic. He was just eating not that good of stuff. His caregiver was getting him some shit. And so I put him on a very hearty diet, yams, spinach, chicken. And these are things that I cooked, right? So I was like a full service private duty nurse. I did all the meals, did all the points and all that. So being able to take holistic care of a person and fully see the results, you know, I'm there 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes more. So I was a workaholic back then. So seeing all these results, I was like, wow, like this is real. And for myself at the same time, when I was taking care of him, I was also going through my own health journey. And so health being, I wanted to lose weight. So I was a little bit thicker. And I think like eventually I lost like 50 pounds. And to maintain that and to also go from wanting to lose weight to wanting to be healthy. Like I really, let me see. Do you recommend black seed oil? You know what? I have not tried it yet. I have, oh wait, no, I have. So I have the capsules. I've taken the capsules. I've read about it. I've researched it. But I have not tried it long enough to tell you how it makes me feel. Because I take, you know, you have your certain things in place and you don't want to take too many vitamins at one time. And your liver cannot filter all that shit. It's not meant to filter a whole bunch of vitamins. So a lot of people that take a lot of supplements can also experience liver damage. You know, later on you didn't realize, like, you thought you were being healthy and shit is breaking down. It's because you're taking a whole bunch of vitamins. So I cycle mine out. Some I take for like 60 days, some take for 90 days. Basically like I'll finish a bottle or two and then cycle it out. Or if it's things like garlic, I do garlic circuits. So I do garlic circles. I'll take a clove of garlic in the morning, chew it in the morning, and I'll do that for like 2 weeks, you know. Would you say that you subscribe to the, no, it went away. Let's see. I'm used to like seeing them pop up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Would you say that you subscribe to the mucusless cleaning of the body? This thing keeps moving on me. I look like I'm just can't read. By returning it to its alkaline state. I do practice that. Yeah, so I do believe that. I subscribe to it, but I subscribe to it with awareness. So with all these things, you guys, we are learning so much, and there's certain people that put a lot of research behind it. They tried it, but you yourself have not tried it. And so if it makes sense to me, then yeah, I'll do it. So I've been doing that for a while. I drink mostly alkaline water. Most of the fruits and vegetables I eat is from the list. But I'm not super strict on it. And I think that acidity, when it comes to infection, is definitely a setup for sickness, right? So you have to think about how bacteria work. Bacteria feed on sugar, right? So even when you're eating a lot of sugar, that's just straight up diet habits. If you're eating a lot of sugar, that's gonna increase the acid in your body. Now you're feeding bacteria. So we have to think about the balance of alkaline versus acidic. And there's certain level of alkalinity in the body as well that is healthy, and a certain level that's not. And for women especially, our bodies, our wombs, they fluctuate. Men do as well, but I'm talking about when it comes to fertilization and things like that, right? So with that, our bodies fluctuate between acidity and basic, being more alkaline. And that's to make the better environment for babies, for creating, fertilizing the egg, or more acidic at times because it's not time, you know, in her cycle to be doing that. She's more in a restorative time, um, to restore her body to health, to be able to receive that seed and then fertilize. So sometimes you should be more acidic, sometimes you should be more alkaline, not always alkaline. That's not natural for us to always be alkaline. So I do subscribe to it with awareness and growing awareness, so I'm still learning more about it, and I mostly practice it. So. You're welcome. Okay, what was I talking about before I started this? Oh yeah. So my patient, when I was you know, working as a nurse, he seeing his health pretty much transform, really, and going through it with myself, really showed me the direct results of health, right? And the different things that you can learn from your body. So fasting was a big thing that I did. And I like the warrior diet. So I work out in the day, fasted, I just have water or tea. And then at night, like after my work, is when I like to eat. Because I like to eat and then not do anything else. So I set my schedule, I set my structure up. So I feel like I have a program, it's like a code in my body that knows when it's time to like eat and sleep kind of thing. Like it's dinner time. And so during work hours, because of the mental focus that I have, I'm not thinking about eating. And when I get hungry, it's water. Like I'll drink water. So I reprogrammed that that need for gratification, that desire, or that what I thought was hunger, wanting food. I replace it with whatever I want. So I can replace it with fruit, some water. I can replace it with a smoothie. And it's really just about owning how much control you have over your life and your habits, and just like doing it. And when you don't do it, that's one thing that I've really learned, to be forgiving and like that's what I mean when I say gentle on yourself. Like don't beat yourself up if you said you're gonna do something and you didn't do it. It's not the first time you've done it. It's not the last time you're gonna do it. It's about our mind catching up and being in alignment with what we really want, why we want it, and then having the readiness, mentally and in your environment, to act. And that's something that we forget about, is that you want these things, you want to accomplish these things, but are you set up for it? Have you set it up to make it accessible for yourself? Or even then, are you resisting it? Or are you blocking it in certain ways through the habits that you have or through the mindset that you have? So you have to be aware of, I think about, sometimes I write it down too. Writing down stuff really helps. So I write things down, and what I want, the why I want it. So that's my emotional connection to it, the why, the value it has to me or to my life, to my health. And then the what, the action, like what are you doing that is working in that direction, that is fulfilling that desire? What are you not doing that is blocking you from fulfilling that desire sooner? And those are just real things that we got to do. Talk to ourselves and be like, you want this, but you're not doing shit to get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's, if you can take life lightly like that and know that sometimes you're not going to be in alignment with what you have in your head. And so be real about it. Talk to yourself straight and be like, okay, I'm going to do this when I'm ready, or what will make me more ready. You know, some of those things could be really easy to figure out and do for yourself. So how y'all doing this morning? I think I'm gonna get to my meditation, and I guess you can join me if you want. You want to join my meditation? Let me see. This is really high. There. Let me see. I think this is good right here. This is good. Ooh. I'm gonna spin you around. Okay, got you. Make you dizzy? I'm gonna close this out with a meditation. If y'all haven't been meditating, that's all right. That's all right. But start doing it. Uh, start with just a few breaths a day. Get out of bed. Do it before you get out of bed. And you gotta find something that works for you. So a habit that you already have in place, it's good to stick something on it. It's like a little like attachment. You already go to the bathroom in the morning. Well, first even before that, you wake up, right? And then you get up. Sometimes you grab your phone before you get up and just attach something to that. Like, I'm gonna wake up. As soon as I'm aware that I'm awake, this is what I did. I wanted to remember my gratitude in the morning. And it was actually around the time I was writing the song. I was writing Too Blessed. But before, it was, around the same time. But I wanted to implement a practice of just waking up and first thing first, showing gratitude and spending time communing with my spirit guides and just being present in that moment. So before I went to bed, I'm like, okay, when I wake up, I'm just gonna lay there, do some deep breathing, some relaxed breath, and just think my gratitudes, say them out loud if I want to, and just hold that space first before I get up. And when I get up happy, I get up ready and eager to go about my day, to live life. And people have been dying, y'all. People die every day. And life is precious, it really is. And we hear it all the time. It's on t-shirts, there's a bunch of memes about it. But every day we gotta remember that life is precious. And you gotta spend it the way that you want to. The way that you will die empty. I wanna live full and die empty. That's one of my favorite quotes. If you're in a space right now, you can take a deep breath, let out a sigh of relief. And at the end of your exhale, feel your body ground. It's like your spirit, your energy sinks deeper, locks into your body, and you can feel the whole thing down to your toes. Take a deep breath and just drop it. Let it out. And we were connecting with peace, with that space of presence and alignment within us. It's not a sound of quietness. And if you can get out of that idea that we're trying to experience actual silence, then we can get into the actual feeling of that alignment. So when you exhale, allow your ears to be open and relax into whatever sound is coming in, whether it's background noise, whether it's this fireplace crackling for no reason because it's not even on, or if it's, somebody else is breathing. But, oh, the wind is blowing through it. Okay. Oh, the door just moved. Continue to observe your breath. Just watch it like a silent movie, paying attention to the actions, the subtle cues versus the sound. Just watch your breath. Ashe, namaste. Amen. Did y'all like that? Okay, let me see if there's any more comments. I can't even talk. I'm just talking so soft. Every time I do a meditation and I talk afterwards, it's like I have to bring my voice back up. Because it really does reset your, nice response, thank you. It really does reset your vibration, your energy. And so this bowl is a key of C. I know you guys are, a lot of you are looking for different bowls. So this one's a key of C. It resonates with the root chakra. So that's why I picked it, because you know, I was working with the root. There's a shorter one that is a D, and that D is really like really deep. And that one is shorter. So the way these bowls work is they're shaped, and then they're shaped as a bowl, right? Shorter will give you more deeper sound, short and wide, versus tall and skinny can give you a higher sound, right? So they're textured on the outside, it's rough, and then the stick is suede. So this friction is created when you just rub the stick around the bowl, like that. And so the friction is creating vibration, right? And you can increase the vibration by pressing more onto the bowl and going faster. So creating more friction, basically, increasing the vibration. And you can slow down and slow the vibrations. And then also, depending on where you touch on the bowl, like here versus up here, it's gonna give you a higher sound. So apparently somebody needed to hear that, because I just gave you a little quick tutorial on how to use a singing bowl without planning it. All right. This is quartz, FYI, as well. So if you guys are looking for that, the alloy ones work really well as well. The little metal ones, I really like those ones. And the purpose of them is to create resonance in your body. So I want you to think of your body like a instrument. And, you know, if you blow through, let's say it's a flute, you blow through this flute and you're not, certain parts are blocked that are not creating a good sound, right? So with this bowl, what it does is it creates a resonance, which is a vibration that we connect with naturally. Our bodies start to sync with this. The same way that if I was to hang around with you for, some months, we were roommates, then we would start to sync up with each other in certain ways. Whether if it's women, their cycles sync up. You start eating, wanting to eat the same things. You can start to finish each other's sentences. So synchronicity is something that naturally happens with us, because we're like energetic beings that are spinning around. And if I have a really big spin, if I'm being Jupiter, then I might have pulled a lot of other smaller bodies whose spin is not as strong into my orbit, right? If I'm Pluto, something like that, then I might, my spin might not be strong enough to keep me from being wrapped up in something else's stronger spin. So I like planets, y'all, so. But the way that, this bowl works is our bodies resonate with the perfect fifth, that actual sound and vibration. It's a frequency that it creates. And that's why healing frequencies, binaural beats work. You're creating resonance with what our body already connects with. The earth has a certain resonance. If you guys have heard of the Schumann resonance, that is the frequency of the earth. So if you're thinking about the sound, the vibration, frequency of the earth, that's what that frequency is. So I listened to that one to ground. I actually listened to that one yesterday morning. It's one of my favorites. So I love using sound as a healing tool. That's really what it is. We are sound. We've been doing it forever. We've been using music, right? This is just another form of music. It's not as the beat don't go as hard, you know, as we're used to, but it makes us feel good either way. It just makes us feel different as well. What else? So I think that's all I wanted to share today. No more questions? All right, I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. I'll be back later. This is supposed to be quick, but I got questions, so we stay later, and that's what I love doing. That's what Sundays are for. Sundays are for connecting. You got questions. I've been really good on YouTube about responding to comments, so I'm focusing more on YouTube now than anything else. So if you guys have questions, direct them towards here, and I answer them pretty much right away, or you know, answer it in my next video. So if you are doing anything, any kind of challenge this month, this 30 days, then tag Greenbody in it. It's Greenbody. I want to see other people going about their goals and developing habits, and just sharing that, you know, motivation. Really, that's what it is: inspiration, motivation, and also a reminder that every day there's some need to address our wellness, our needs, our emotional needs. And throughout these 30 days, I started sharing already, but I'm going to be sharing even more ways that I've learned to, like this week was mental health, right? So some ways that I create focus, some ways that I take care of my mental health. Next week, which is starting tomorrow, is emotional intelligence. And we're going to be going deeper into some emotional things. It's my favorite part. It's my favorite part personally. It's not my favorite part publicly. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm down. I'm down to do this, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow because it's a whole slide of things to talk about. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you have not already, because it's only gonna get better. And if you have not gone on the new website and seen Greenbody and actually got yourself a jar, like, you need to do that. It's winter, it's dry, you need some moisture. And I've, you know, been making these things for some years now, and they work. People love them. And it's going well. It's going really. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of how it's going. And I'm so grateful. Thank you all the friends and family that were my first customers and bought all my shit and said it's amazing and let me know, like, wow, like, it's not just me. This really is amazing. And so yeah, Greenbody is definitely my family business, and it's my baby. So go buy some body butters, all right? I'm gonna go make some more this week. My sister's coming over, and that's been one of my dreams too, is to work with my sister on a family business. So thank you for supporting that and helping it come true. Like, it's here. I'm just in gratitude, honestly. So ain't no complaints. Lead with love. Take care of yourself. Wow. I forgot. I was like, what is this? It was getting caught on my hair. Love you. I don't even know how to end this. All right, there you go. That's how you do it.